This is like the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Hey! Daniel from Nickelback.
Hey, hold on one sec, will you?
It's Buck Nelson. You want to do my show?
Yeah, okay.
Awesome.
All right, dude.
From Cincinnati, Ohio, it's the latest show with Buck Nelson. Buck Nelson's a drummer and cuts grass in his free time. It's a talk show that gets you in a room with people you want to hear talk. Featuring actor Kevin Corey, best-selling author Michael Azerrad. Tonight's special guest is Daniel Adair from Nickelback. You're gonna be up late. Out for the host who lifted the cloak of Mr. Opera Rock drumming, it's Buck Nelson.
Guess what? I hate to wake you, but it's The Late Show with Buck Nelson with the latest stuff to show you. First up, I caught up with one of the highest selling rock bands in the world history, Nickelback. But first, we have rock and roll royalty here. How many times have you wondered who knows everything about rock? Who's written a book on it? Well, our first guest has, Michael Azerrad.
Yep, it's you. I just wanted to... I get a lot of imposters that want to be on my show. So you started writing when you were 10?
Something like that, yeah.
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 Now, I've been a fan of your work. I first discovered you before we started hanging out all the time with the book you wrote on Nirvana, Become As You Are. Now, how did that happen? How did you end up writing a biography on one of the greatest bands in the times?
Well, I did a Rolling Stone cover story in early '92 about Nirvana.
Okay.
And I think it was the first story that really kind of connected the sound of his music with how he grew up. You know, like where did that screaming and raging come from?
Okay.
And it's kind of a preoccupation of mine with music.
Right.
And Kurt really liked the story. And then I guess later that year I just got this phone call, and it's Courtney Love on the other end, and she said, Kurt wants to know if you would like to do a book about Nirvana. And I said, well, can I talk to Kurt about it? And she said, okay. And so Kurt gets on the phone, we started talking about it, and I said, like, I'd love to do this book, but I don't want it to be authorized, which means that the artist would have approval over the manuscript.
So it was unauthorized?
It's an unauthorized biography, yeah. And I said, I don't want it to be authorized, and he said, no way, that would be two Guns N' Roses. Yeah. And so we were off to the races.
Books on tape?
Yes. Yes, a book on tape, that would be interesting. I never figured out how to read quotations in the book, in a book on tape. Do you imitate their voice? I have no idea.
That's an interesting one. I never thought about that either. Or what if there's a photo on a book on tape? So now, these are based off of interviews. Do you ever write reviews?
You know, that's just not my strong point. Like, reviewing, I don't
get it either.
I don't
what
like
are you
it,
gonna do?
Yeah.
Diss, like, on a band? I like Old Sayings, Michael.
Oh, I got a bunch of them for you.
Hit me with Old Sayings with writer Michael Azerrad.
Stitch in Time saves 9.
Ooh, bag of hammers hurts when it hits you.
And yeah, so, wow, I completely lost my train of thought because I was thinking about a bag of hammers.
Hitting me.
Have you ever heard of Dumber Than a Bag of Hammers?
No.
Yeah.
That's pretty stupid because they couldn't drive. Or, hey, hammers, make me a sandwich.
Well, you know, you're writing all the time. You know, you're writing in the shower, really, right? You know, there's the typing part, but the writing is all, you know, really up here. It's not right
You must
here.
go through a lot of laptops in the shower because they're wet. I've had that happen. That's why I have my production assistant make these handy cards.
That's cool.
And I wrote your name on there.
Just so you wouldn't forget.
Yeah, because if I asked you another guest's cards, it would be an embarrassment for my show. If I was like, how long have you been dancing?
I could tell you.
How long have you been dancing? Maybe I can use the same cards for everybody. This would be a lot easier.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you get what you're looking for in the future behind the word processor and behind lives.
Yeah, well, thanks a lot.
Awesome to have you on this show.
Yeah.
Man, he's Michael Azerrad, writing
Michael, you can... Doors.
And now for How To with Kevin Corrigan. This week, how to cook. Let's do it. Kevin's making spaghetti and meatballs. There's a map of the U.S. and a cow. Kevin shows Buck how to dress. No one likes a dirty cook. They're clean and dressed, and in the modern kitchen they go. With so much going on, what do I do first?
Just turn everything up. Always have everything cranked to the highest possible volume.
Turn everything all the way up.
Timing is everything.
You know, we fucked this all up, man. The timing's all off now. The timing is off. It's off, wouldn't that? Because this is like, the onions are burning, the water isn't even boiling yet for the spaghetti to go in.
And now a line from Goodfellas.
Don't let the sauce stick.
I'm stirring it. I'm stirring it.
Kevin's from New York. He's aggressive.
Make it.
Tomfoolery is not encouraged in the kitchen.
This onion's making me cry more than The Notebook.
Even a master chef questions himself.
You know, I'm not even sure you're supposed to fry meatballs. Are you supposed to?
Meatballs, look out.
I don't know, man. Are you second guessing yourself? Even an expert makes mistakes, just like when God made the platypus. Noah said, "What the fuck is that?"
If that meat isn't careful, it'll end up in the river.
I'm just gonna hold this bastard down, and I'm gonna start to cut
Hold the
into it.
bastard down.
Yeah, help me hold this guy down.
Hold this guy down.
Cut him up. I'm gonna cut him up into a million pieces. I'm gonna chop him up. We're gonna send this fucking thing back to its maker.
Send your food back to its fucking maker.
With a well-balanced meal, a man can live well into his 40s.
During Prohibition, and people would get hammered and pretend they were sick, and they go to the doctor and pretend they were sick. I'm like, oh, I need some tonic, but I really wanted to get wasted.
The magic of the floating knife trick. Put your food on a plate.
We need a plate. We need like a really nice plate. And also, if your hand, don't worry if your hands get all greasy when you're doing this stuff, because you can just put it.
Time to put everything in the oven. Looks like things are heating up.
And that's what you can do in 20 minutes.
And now their hard work has paid off. Now the boys eat. Look out!
All aboard. Rock and roll bus is setting sail to get some access with drummer Daniel from Nickelback. Get on and stand behind a line and get ready for a rock interview. Was it hard coming from Canada and bridging the language gap to becoming an American star? Did you ever notice that books are always like $3 more in Canada?
Yeah.
If I lived there, I would never read. Be like, you know what? F it.
Do you read now?
Huh?
Do you read now?
Yeah, I read manuals.
Everyone thinks Nickelback is American.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I knew you weren't.
How?
Because when I got the CD, it opened the other way. What was the first time you played live?
What was it? Hub in White Rock, British Columbia.
Yeah.
Played for free. I worked in
Colombia, cocaine, drug cartels. It's a dangerous place.
Yeah, I played for
Yeah. What do you do after a show to unwind, after rocking it? I mean,
before I even go down the stairs off the stage, my pants are already off.
that's fucking awesome. Are you accepting applications for drum techs, which is my next question?
Yeah, what kind of skills you got?
Guess what? I don't fucking do that. I have my own internet show. Why would you even ask me that? All right, we're gonna move on. I don't even know why the.
What's your question?
My question is, did you get to hang out with Spider-Man personally?
Spider-Man.
Let's talk about that, because that's some serious access that the fans want to know.
No.
No? Were you on the set of Spider-Man at any time?
No.
Man, that was like all my questions were related to superheroes. This might be 64th, I don't know how you count.
That's pretty fast, man. I can't do that.
Thank you. We don't always just sit around on buses. Me and Dan have stuff to do, and now we're gonna take you to our secret testing lab below the trees. Into the earth we go for some serious underground access.
Sauerkraut.
I took time off the road because this is also necessary. In conjunction with Daniel from Nickelback, we have combined compressed air and pyrotechnics to create something that you need. CO2 powered, shoots over 400 peep per second. That's very fast. The sure shot. Sometimes it's hard to reach all of my drums. That's necessary. Stay tuned for a canon version of it, for a surer shot. The sure shot, it'll rock your world. Woo! Books, CDs, the music business. You know, this show is proof that dreams come trues. And I just want to thank my guests, Daniel Adair from the band Nickelback and rock writer Michael Azarad for coming by the set of the latest show and talking about their projects with me, Buck Nelson. Remember, as a wise man once said, if you sit down and you talk, some people will listen. That's enough for the latest show. Felt good over here. Stay tuned for a canon version of it, for a surer shot.
This is like the stupidest thing I've ever seen.